Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Today we are celebrating 2 dedications, and these 2 homes are our 56th and 57th homes that Habitat for Humanity has built in the last 32 years. Last August, about 11 months ago, when we broke ground, this was a piece of barren land with lots of weeds, not weed. Lots of weeds, and we were concerned when we broke ground whether we'd be able to keep to a timeline, given that we were in the middle of a pandemic. And as you know, the volunteers are the backbone of a nonprofit, and we curtailed the use of volunteers because we didn't want to expose our employees or our volunteers to the virus. But as you can see, through the dedication of many of our staff, employees, and especially the construction team, who has been here relentlessly almost every day. I don't know how many of them are here today. Mike, I'd like to thank Mike. I'd like to thank Dylan. I'd like to thank Keaton. Raise your hand, Keaton. And I'd like to thank Sal. Sal, where are you? So, big thank you. So today we welcome Callie Campbell and her daughter Nyah, and their mother Naomi, who'll move into Unit 40 this month. We also welcome Annaleah, Hall, Mateo, and Julian, who will move into Unit 30 later this month or early next month, depending on when we get everything completed on the financing side. Building affordable homes requires a lot of collaboration. It takes a village, and we could not have done this with many of our sponsors, our volunteers, our staff, and our board. So I'd like to thank a few of the people who have made this possible. First of all, I'd like to thank the County of Santa Cruz for giving us this beautiful parcel of land. We'd like to thank our financing partners, the Community Foundation of Santa Cruz County, and also the Housing Trust of Silicon Valley, who has generously also sponsored this event. Julie Mahowald, who's the CFO of Housing Trust Silicon Valley, is here. Would you like to say a few words?
Sure. Are we mic'd? Okay. I didn't know you were actually. Is this really working?
It's more for the recording.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that part. I'm going to be famous. So thanks so much. It's really great to be here. It's great to be part of this wonderful welcoming of people home. And being part of this complex financing, philanthropic, and volunteer combination that makes this happen. Housing shortage is still critical in the Bay Area. We know, just the other day I was talking to a developer in Santa Rosa, and he completed 42 apartments, affordable apartments, and he had 1,600 applications for those apartments. So it just hasn't stopped. There was a study out last week about how the Bay Area is still the least affordable housing market in the country. And actually San Jose and San Francisco were at the top, and Santa Cruz was not far behind. So it's not a problem that's going away, and it's great we have some solutions in our toolbox, like a Habitat. Housing Trust has been working in Monterey Bay in partnership with the Monterey Bay Economic Partnership. And so we have been investing alongside them. Well, we've been doing the lending, and they've been investing alongside us. We just closed 2 more loans, one in Santa Cruz and one in King City. So we're happy to be here in the region, and we're also bringing some of that Silicon Valley tech money here and philanthropic money. So the funds that we use to invest here come from our tech fund, which we raise, and then there are some other big tech names that have either granted or lent us money to do work, and we can do it here as well. So that's super exciting. And then on the home ownership side, that's a critical part of our mission, and so that's why we're so excited to be part of this loan, because our mission includes home ownership. We believe that building wealth and stability for families is a critical part of the whole toolbox for affordable housing. And so we're excited to make our first Habitat loan here. And I want to thank you again for having me, and just hats off to Habitat for what you did during a pandemic. This is amazing.
Thank you, Julie. And as Julie mentioned, this is our first collaboration with the Housing Trust. I'm looking forward to many more in the future. When Julie was here in August, as we were talking, we realized that we both crossed paths a few times in our previous lives. It's a small world. I'd like to also recognize our corporate and home sponsors for the project that we have over here. I'd like to thank the Bank of America Charitable Foundation, Bayfed Credit Union, Ferguson Cares, Habitat for Humanity International, Lowe's, Mechanics Bank, Santa Cruz County Bank, MUFG Union Bank, Wayland Homes, Wells Fargo Housing Foundation, William G. Irvin Foundation, as well as our leadership donors. We had Amy Noel, a couple of anonymous donors, Sherry Rupert Canfield, the Campana family, the Donnelly family, Franks Halas, Jeff Wardell, Joan Osborne, John Billy, Justin Schloper, Michael Lukak, Nancy Friedman, Rasika Virasuria, Solodeo, and Stephen Story. Thank you for your sponsorships and your donors. I'd also like to thank our dedicated staff and our directors who are here. Rick De La Cruz, Kathy Arola, Ron Buswell, Kevin Donnelly. Did I miss anybody? Oh, Carol Berg. And of course our dedicated, and Marty Kavanaugh, past president. And of course our dedicated staff. Where's Allie? Allie Wilson, who helped put this together, Betsy Powers. Who else am I missing? Everardo. Well, thank you. Oh yeah, and one of our long-standing volunteers, Ned, also on a construction committee. Thank you, Ned. So in the past year, we created a new staff position of Family Services Manager to ensure that our applicants and families have the personalized care that they need as they work the long process through the family selection process and becoming family owners. I'd like to introduce Everardo, who will say a few words about the process of guiding our new homeowners through the Habitat process. Ev?
I'll just hold it. Well, hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. As Satish mentioned, my name is Everardo. I'm the Family Services Manager. Obviously, so much goes into being a home owner and building a home. There's a lot of all the names behind me. There's the work that goes into it, but I actually specifically want to mention the families and all the work that they've put into it. So I want to mention Annaleah, I want to mention Joel, I want to mention Colleen and their respective families, because it's not just the work that goes into being on a construction site. Though it is shoveling, it is swinging a hammer, it is all that. These families have put in so much work behind the scenes, whether that's sending out an email like pretty late during the day and then needing a response pretty soon back, whether that's going through the process that started some 11, 12 months ago. The process takes more than just being here on site. And that hard work is something that I really want to make sure that is pointed out and that is recognized, because it does take a lot of hard work. Habitat believes in home ownership, not just because of shelter, but because of the opportunities that it brings. I myself was a recipient of a Habitat home some 9 years ago in Portland when I grew up, and I can say with confidence that if it weren't for the opportunities provided to my mother by an affordable new home, a lot of the economic opportunities and the stability otherwise might have been pretty difficult to obtain. So with that, again, I just really want to drive home the work that our families have done. Annaleah and Mahowald, we're grateful for you guys to have these homes, and Kali and your family as well. So thank you to you guys as well. It's a hard work, and we're grateful to be here today.
Thank you, Ev. Before I move on, I'd like to put a plug in for our long-standing Golden Hammer crew. They were the subject of an article recently in Lookout magazine, and they've been volunteering here every Tuesday for the past 15 plus years. And it's a very close-knit group of friends, and we thank them for coming without fail every Tuesday. Can the Golden Hammer crew please raise your hand? Thank you so much for your dedication. I'd like to now introduce Kali, who will say a few words about her journey in purchasing her first home. Kali? Kali and Nyah, everyone.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Okay. Thank you all for being here. My name's Kali, and this is Nyah. It's so funny, I'm a math teacher, and all the time I speak in front of students about math, but speaking from my heart about my own journey, I definitely get a little bit more emotional. So last night, Nyah helped. She was my scribe in writing down my thoughts. So just so I don't forget, we wrote them down, some of the stuff that I wanted to say. So again, thank you. Words can't express my emotions, but they can help me let you know how infinitely grateful I am to Habitat for Humanity and our entire community. I feel that I have won the lottery. I will be able to stay in my hometown, raise my daughter, Nyah, in the same town where my journey has come truly full circle. Teaching mathematics at Santa Cruz High, the school that nurtured my own love of math and education, has truly been such a blessing. And to know that I can stay here and not have to, move north to Oregon to find affordable housing is just a really big relief. And so I really wanted to say thank you to every single volunteer, every Habitat employee. You've made it fun, a joy to be here. I look forward to being here every day, and it's really because of you guys. And I've gained new confidence, new skills. Now I say to my, a lot of people that I know how to draw a perpendicular line on a Cartesian coordinate plane, and I know the definition of a perpendicular line. But the day that Dylan, I think, asked me to use a chop saw to actually cut a perpendicular, like a cut that was, perpendicular to the wood, I didn't have that confidence. So thank you. So not only, again, have I gained these new skills, but truly I've gained new friends, and that's the biggest blessing. So thank you. Do you want to say something? Nyah also wanted to say something too.
I am really just glad that my mom got to have this opportunity with Habitat, and I'm really glad that my family won't have to move a lot again, because it feels really nice just to be able to plant roots in one house and be able to stay there for a circle.
We'd like to present Kali the keys to the home
Wow, that's beautiful.
in a box that is made by one of our volunteers, John Reisdorf. He has made these boxes for almost every home in the last 10 to 15 years, and he's already delivered boxes for the rest of the homeowners because during COVID he said he was getting bored, so he made 11 boxes.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Satish. I appreciate it.
And we also have a small gardening kit and a birdhouse kit for Nyah here from Bay Fed. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
And now I'd like to invite Annaleah and Hole to please come and say a few words as they talk about their journey about moving into their first home. Welcome.
Well, thank you guys for being here today. This wouldn't have been possible without any of you guys. We're a young, growing family, and we have all family here locally in Santa Cruz. And you know, owning a home and having that space to ourselves didn't really seem like it was something that was feasible for us. You know, we both work in the community every day. I work for Geek Squad, so I'm out servicing houses and mounting TVs and stuff like that all throughout Santa Cruz County. And Annaleah, she works for a local business, so we both see our community every day. And we knew that this was a community where our boys wanted to grow up, where we both grew up, where we wanted to give that to them. Like Kali, we both grew up here in Santa Cruz and have known it our whole life. And we know it's a beautiful place. We know it's surrounded by beautiful people, and we wanted our boys to grow up in that. And because of Habitat and this what they've done with the homes and this program and being here, we're able to do that today, and we're able to bring our boys here who are super excited, moving out from a one-bedroom kind of little house and having all of us packed there, living with family, having the space for our boys to grow up who are big, and they're super excited about this, and it's just a huge blessing. And a million thanks to everybody, and we're really happy, really happy. And do you want to say anything?
Sure.
I don't want to do it.
First of all, good morning, and thank you for all, just being here on your Saturday, just to be a part of this celebration, because it is a celebration for us. I'm very thankful for every single person that is here, especially the board. Mr. De La Cruz, it was nice meeting you this morning. And I'm just excited. Soon we will have our own spot. You guys are welcome to stop by anytime. The doors will be open. And I'm just, thankful that this is finally coming to an end, and we'll soon be in our spot and building our future. Thank you.
Say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I
Now
don't.
we'd like to present a key
What's inside there?
to the family. Again, in the box. Would you like to accept on behalf of your family?
Wow. What did you guys got? You got the key to the house. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's super soft.
Here, let's put it back inside.
And here's a tote basket for you guys.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
What do you guys say?
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I might go a little off program here. Sorry, Betsy. But I would like to recognize, I'd like to recognize Ron Buswell for all the hard work he has done. Ron was the past chairperson, and he's been volunteer extraordinaire, board member for so many years, and we didn't get a chance to formally thank him because of all these Zoom meetings we've been having. So we have a small gift for him, for Ron Buswell, aka Mr. Habitat. Thank you for your leadership.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you for
Appreciate
everything.
Wonderful. Great. Thank you.
Thank you. So we'd like to finish the program before we break for social hour. I'd like to finish the program with a song entitled Building a House, written by our regular volunteer, Matt Werner, and performed by Michele Wisen and her crew, which describes the perfect process of building a house. Welcome.
We say, what good is a party without some music, huh? And a chance to sing along.
Come in closer so you can hear. We're not mic. So we're going to teach you the words to the chorus because they're easy and it's really important. So they go, we are building a house.
And wait, if you don't want to sing, there's motions.
Okay, so I'm
The
going to
house.
sing and then you copy.
Okay.
We are building a house.
We are building a house.
From the bottom to the top.
From the bottom to the top.
We are working all of our lives.
However you feel like you work, right?
'Cause the building never stops.
'Cause the building never stops.
Sits on a strong foundation.
It's on a strong foundation.
Built by many hands.
Built by many hands.
We are building a house that will always stand.
We are building a house that will always stand.
You'll get it. It'll come around a few times.
And
But
if you
we
don't
wanna
like
hear
all
you
the
sing.
motions that I made up, make your own up. And if you're embarrassed to make the motions, then sing louder.
1, 2, 3, 4. We are building a house from the bottom to the top. We are working all of our lives 'cause the building never stops. It's on a strong foundation made by many hands. We are building a house that will always stand. Our dreams become the plan, then we build them with our hands. Every boy and every girl, every woman, every man, there is love inside our hearts from the finish to the start. I help you and you help me. We are all one family. We are building a house from the bottom to the top. We are working all of our lives 'cause the building never stops. It's on a strong foundation made by many hands. We are building a house that will always stand. Our house has many rooms. There's room enough for you, room enough for me, room enough for 3, room enough for more. Rooms filled by the score. Your doors open wide. Everybody step inside. We are building a house from the bottom to the top. We are working all of our lives 'cause the building never stops. On a strong foundation made by many hands. We are building a house that will always stand. This planet is our home, no matter how we roam. We up when we're done. We are building a house from the bottom to the top. We are working all of our lives, 'cause the building never stops. On a strong foundation, raised by many hands, we are building a house that will always stand. We are building a house from the bottom to the top. We are working all of our lives, 'cause the building never stops. It's on a strong